In this video, we'll talk about capacitive touch sensors. So before we start talking about capacitive touch sensors, we need to talk about what a capacitor is. Although we did briefly talk about capacitors here and there when we were talking about capacitive loads and things like that. A capacitor is a device where you have two conducting plates separated by a dielectric material. So this dielectric material is an insulator, so you don't have any currents flowing through. But what happens in these conductive plates, you will have charges. So these charges will establish an electric field, and this electric field will be used to store some energy. So this stored energy makes a lot of it's useful in a lot of different applications. In this case, we are trying to use this ability to make use of that and then see whether you can detect a touch. So we have touch screens, which is very common these days. Early on, it used to be a very big deal, but now you have touch devices, say pretty much everywhere. And now let's see how we can use a touch sensor. In here, the touch sensor works in a similar principle. So you have the dielectric material, which will be the insulator, or the enamel that is applied on top of the sensor, and then you have a metal plate down below. So if you see below the sensor, you will have a metal plate, or a metal disc actually. So that is the metal, and then when you touch it, you are a conductor, so your fingertips are a conductor. So as soon as you place a conductor on the surface, and there's a dielectric material in between, and you are creating a capacitor, the capacitor will get charged. So when it gets charged, it draws power, and then say draws current. So that draw of power, or the current from the circuit, will be noticed, and then that is how a touch is kind of recorded, or say understood by the device or by the sensor. So that is what we have as the capacitive touch sensor, and here is the program for that. And you also have a program which we have to use, which we will have to write to turn on and turn off an LED. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a program that is available, the RGB LED. So I have again added this program. This program to the Brightspace. So let me open that up. I'm going to use the RGB LED from the previous project as a output here, but you can, for the assignment, you can simply use whatever you have actually. So you can, if you don't have the RGB circuit still on the board, you can use normal LED, just some regular plain red, green, or blue LED. So here, this is exactly the same thing as before. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my touch sensor to the digital read pin 2, and then if I touch, so this condition will be true and it'll glow red, and then if not, it's going to be turned off, because I will turn off all 3 LEDs. So let's do that. I'm going to connect. So in the touch sensor, let me go and show you the execution. So I have still, the old program is still running. So I'm going to use the touch sensor. So the touch sensor has, I'm looking for some jumper wires here. Okay, I have something here. 2 black wires. I need another one. I need 3 wires for this. Okay, so there are like two. There's a ground terminal, so which has to be connected to the ground. I think I might need a bigger wire, or like I'm going to connect it to the ground here, and I have to connect it to VCC as well. So VCC is the voltage. I will connect it to the 5-volt sensor. As soon as you connect that, you see a red LED turning on. I'm not sure if you noticed that. And then the trigger will be the input that will be connected to pin 2. So I have connected that, and then now I'm going to, you can see both now, so I'm going to run this program. Or just again, I'll have to make sure, yeah, Uno is selected, and I will upload it. It's compiling, uploading, done uploading. Okay, so now it's turned off. So I don't have to literally touch it. As soon as, because like air outside, like that is an insulator as well. That could also hold some charge. But like I have to just like put my fingers nearby so that like this is going nearby. Yeah. So I'm not touching it. If you trust me, I'm not touching it. Like I'm close though, I'm not touching it. But I am right now. But like say again, even if you touch it, like there's an insulator. So I'm just going close by. It senses that and it turns on the LED. So that is the circuit. So you will have to do something like this. This is exactly the same thing I'm expecting from you, so you can use the same code and you can turn on the LED and then like submit that as an assignment. So here we have to submit 2 things, like one is the code, the second one is a couple of photos which will indicate when the light is turned on and when the light is turned off. So that is the touch sensor. In the next video, we will talk about ultrasonic sensor and measure the distance. So that's going to be a really cool project. Let's see that. See you in the next video.